Today I'd like to discuss pathological social norms and what to do about them. From the time we get up in the morning to the time we go to bed, we're exposed to a variety of different social signals that indicate what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior. These signals could be described as social norms. By a social norm, I mean a rule or expectation that regulates the behavior of members of a social group and is enforced informally. That is to say, through informal mechanisms such as looks of disapproval, criticism, shunning, smiles, praise, cooperation, and so forth. How exactly do these social norms function? Well, they depend on a powerful desire that is in all human beings, or virtually all human beings, for social approval and acceptance of their peers, combined with a strong tendency to imitate dominant social behavior and attitudes. Social norms are necessary for any functional society because convergence is, in general, social convergence is a desirable thing. It can facilitate cooperation and coordination between individuals and groups. However, social norms can also become pathological or morally defective. They can impose unreasonable and unjust requirements upon behavior. They can suppress deviance with inhumane and cruel forms of treatment. They can suppress reasonable debate and dissent. And eventually, they can collapse into a sort of unthinking ideology. This desire for social approval and recognition, if left unchecked, can overwhelm our capacity for rational reflection and judgment. So it's worth asking the question, how can we resist pathological forms of social morality? Since social morality, or social norms, if you will, are in fact constructed by human beings and are not some kind of accident of nature, it is within our hands to influence a system of social norms through the way in which we respond to those stimuli. We can respond to those stimuli in a passive way as victims or as subjects of those norms, or we can respond to them in a free way as free, rational human beings. Well, one crucial way to combat an irrational or oppressive system of social norms is to become more self-conscious and more self-critical in the way in which we process those stimuli, in the way in which we respond to those social signals. So one really important step would be to interrogate our own opinions and judgments and to ask ourselves the question, how did I arrive at these conclusions? Are my opinions grounded in rational evidence, or are they grounded in a hunger for social recognition and approval? Or indeed, are they grounded in a fear of social rejection and disapproval? I think if we are more honest with ourselves about the basis for our opinions, and if we commit ourselves to forming our opinions in a more rational and impartial manner, we can develop tools for weakening the power of unjust and arbitrary social norms.